Welcome back.
Last time we did the most dangerous things in the game.
Harpy Cave, the strongholds.
2 strongholds. Which, since we're so powerful at this point, really aren't dangerous anymore. Taking on a few ruffians at the beginning of the game is more dangerous. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and visit Charax. We told him we'd bring him the book. We'll bring him the book.
What can I do for you?
That's Timon. There we
Charax, you see a nervous, unkempt young man. Ah, you found the book on Timeflux. Charax takes the book from you. Let me study this for a while. Why don't you come back in a couple of days? This matter may seem trivial, but there could be much related to this matter that is yet to be ferreted out. Charax turns away, leafing through the book. You see a nervous, unkempt young man. I've made progress, and I've got a possible solution, though it might not work.
That was fast, right?
That was a fast couple days. It involves extracting sea-based polarity, which should revert the time-flux-based changes. However, I need a bit of rare deep-sea kelp, and something else that will reassert Earth's polarity, but I'm not sure on that one yet. You hold up the kelp you found. Kelp like this? Excellent! That looks perfect. Thanks! Charax takes the kelp. Now I just need to resolve the Earth polarity reagent. I'm still working out the Earth polarity reagent. Come back later.
Okay. That's all we can do for right now with Charax. Let's, how about we go to Cademia and buy the building?
Okay.
It's totally worth buying the building because then you get an extra key for your key collection.
Yay, key collection!
Wrong house.
You see a quiet, introspective man.
Building.
Yes, are you interested in purchasing the building?
Yes.
I represent the late owner's family in this deal. If you're interested, it costs 10,000 oboloi.
Yes.
You really shouldn't carry that sort of cash around. But anyway, here. He digs through some papers, makes you sign a few things, and takes your money. Here's a key to the place. I hope you enjoy your new building. He shakes your hand and gives you a key.
Bye.
Goodbye.
I mean, I wouldn't have to carry that much money around if he wasn't asking that much money. So here's the building we just bought.
Yay!
It's kinda...
Let's rent out those 3 rooms on the east side. Yeah, east side.
We could do like market stalls in there.
Yeah.
There's not a whole lot we can do without hacking. We can move the boards so that they'll disappear when we come back. And we could fetch the cobwebs and the puddle in the corner.
But not the wall.
The wall?
Yeah. What if we fetch the wall?
I can't fetch the wall.
Okay. What if you try using the Crolna
then,
on it?
Huh?
What if you try using the Crolna on it?
On the wall?
On the cobwebs.
Okay. I think it's gonna glow briefly, but nothing happens.
Yep.
I'm good. And then we could like put items and, you know, like flowers or plants or something.
You can make a garden.
But you have to like replicate crates. There's some crates in here and drag them over there and bash them open if you want your items to stick. So that's a nuisance.
Yeah.
Someday I want to learn the hacking thing so that I can put floor in my house. Where's fetch? Cast fetch on the cobweb. don't have enough mana to fetch the puddle.
Pretty big cobwebs.
Let's test out that inn thing that we've been arguing about. Can you sleep soundly in an inn bed if you pay for it? No luck with the wine contract. Room. I am interested. Okay, so there's 3 rooms for the 5 of us. And let's sleep until, what, morning?
I don't know. You sleep soundly.
Snap!
I win!
I can't believe you know more about Cythera than me.
Well, I know more about sleeping in Cythera than you do.
I'm so disappointed. Okay.
Because you think the definition of RPG is run around awake for 72 hours straight, killing things. Right?
I mean, there's just no point to sleeping. Should I replicate another rope?
Well, the only point of paying for it is so it says you sleep soundly. I don't think it actually makes any difference to the actual...
Well, you can't use the inn beds if you don't pay for them.
But there's other beds you can use. There's always at least one empty bed in town. Probably a debug thing. A bug.
My experiments weren't really conclusive, but there's some indication that sleeping soundly helps your health and mana to regenerate better than not sleeping soundly. And then not sleeping at all is not good either. I know for sure that you can't regenerate if you're too hungry. So
is that kid still down there?
That's a Time Lord weakness I bet you didn't know about. They can't regenerate if they're hungry.
No wonder they always like eating fish sticks and custard. Tea. Or whatever was the last guy did.
I'm just kind of wasting time since the game's almost over. I thought I'd show off where the other rope can be used. Right there. I can't reach it. No. Come on. There we go. So now I can go down into the abyss. There's not much down here, but there is a spring.
What water is it? Very cold, with a heavy taste of minerals, but very refreshing.
It cures poisoning. If you're poisoned, you can cure
Speaking
poisoning.
of which, you're hungry.
See, that's the thing about sleeping. It makes you hungry.
You have 55 steaks.
Yeah, but surely they're not going to keep that long.
They're not rotten steaks, so they must still be okay.
So yeah, that fountain cures poisoning, and I think it also replenishes your health a tiny bit.
Climbing up a drain.
Yeah, kind of gross, isn't it? I guess we could look for Demodocus.
Yeah.
That's... Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Demodocus is one of my best friends and a master of the lyre. Please stop back again later.
How am I going to get a hint for where Demodocus is?
Two-tailed rat? The tavern?
Yeah, I think she just says Demodocus doesn't stay there.
Demodocus has been around here for a while. Please come back again.
Yeah, let's look for him. Oh, I just don't feel ready to win the game. I mean, I guess I could.
Well, you could
go get the
go down
Crolna.
to take care of that.
First, I've got to find Demodocus. It's
You gotta-
super important.
Gotta tell him our story so far.
Where's this innkeeper? There we go.
He's in the kitchen. Bury him.
Wait, don't we need to pay Nathan's tab?
Podargus, you owe me 25 obloy on your tab. I'm sorry, but you must have me confused with somebody else. Not unless two people are as ugly as you. And you must be with this scoundrel. Settle up the tab or get out. You going to pay the 25 obloy tab for your friend?
Yeah.
That's better. Now what can I do for ya?
Demodocus.
He plays here when he's in the area, but I haven't seen him recently.
Oh. How about we get a bunch of drinks and see if he says anything?
A round of drinks, 5 obloy. What do you say? Some guy the other day was talking about how he once saw a mage walk through a wall, and it wasn't even like there was some sort of secret door or nothing.
Oh, I do that all the time.
A round of drinks. What do you say? I've heard there are a bunch of tunnels under the Magisterium picks, dug by the mages to keep their failed experiments in.
Been there, done that.
Some guy the other day was talking about he once...
You already read that.
I've heard that there are a bunch of tunnels under the Magisterium picks. Some guy the other day was talking about how he once saw a mage walk
The
through a wall.
bartenders in this game are not good at conversation.
You'd think he'd know some gossip about somewhere besides just the Magisterium.
Oh look, we're all drunk.
Yay!
Except for Hector and Nathan.
Well,
Half of us are drunk.
gotta keep drinking then, so you're all drunk.
Will it work? There we go.
Yeah.
You know, Ariadne and Dryas, I think, don't get drunk. Maybe they just don't drink when we...
Maybe.
I don't know. I think they're shards. I don't know. If you ask for a drink during the plague, he'll just say, "This plague is bad for business."
Won't sell you anything.
Oh no, that's the conversation while you're drinking.
Well, I guess talking about the Magisterium is a step up from that.
A kiss.
He recently finished playing here. Mentioned going to Catamarca, probably to play at the Green Goat.
We were just there.
Well,
Should've
must have
stayed.
passed him in the round of drinks, 5 boy. I've heard there are a bunch of tunnels under the
Yeah,
Magisterium.
I've heard that
Next.
too.
Some guy the other day
Oh
was
my-
talking
Can
about...
you guys talk about anything besides
Magisterium
mages? What do you
thanks.
care?
Magisterium and Knix. Magisterium and Knix. The mage walked through a wall.
Elliot's just drunk again. Oh my turtle. There's a lot more drink conversations than this, but I guess if you want to know what
Probably
they
this
are, you'll
late
have
in
to
the
look
game,
them up on the...
You've already done most of the things that their comments are connected to, and so they
I've
don't...
done those things too. I've walked through walls and
Yeah,
been
but
to
those
the
probably aren't ones
tunnels.
that are listed as to not say again.
I can't type.
He just finished playing here. I believe he was off to Cademia to visit a friend. Please come back.
You gotta do things in the right order. It is essential. Of course, the only friend Demodocus has is Bryaxis, so we'll go check there. Are we in time? Are we in time?
Good to see you again, Bellerophon. Perhaps Master's a bit too much, good friend.
He said Demodocus is master of the liar.
Please stop back again.
So this is...
Well met again, friend. Perhaps you'll tell me your story.
I really don't have anything to tell him. But this
Tell
is
him
like... Paul it.
I think I once wrote a song about that. But now it's just echoes of the past.
Mm-hmm.
Off on some adventure? Well, sometime you'll have to tell them all to me so I can make a ballad.
Like, if you
won't let me tell it to you now, you're not gonna get it.
If you never got the code to get down to that kesh lab in Kosha, then you would actually need to find Demodocus again and get him to tell you the code.
You can't guess it.
Oh, I guess you. I mean, there's 5. There's 5 notes, right? Or was there 6? It's 5.
It'd be hard to guess.
Yeah, it'd be hard to guess.
But probably possible.
The easiest thing to do would be to look it up on Slayer's Guide.
Boom, 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 boom.
Alright. These parts.
Things
are gonna go down now. Who could that be?
Magpie. You see a hunchback dressed in motley with a pleasant demeanor. Alaric's justice has been done. House Comana is no more. They plotted treason. Death is their reward. We have recovered the 4th shard of the Crolna. With it we can heal Alaric. Completing it is dangerous. It would be best if we did that. Give us the 3 shards you have. Give Magpie the 3 shards?
That's the question. I'm gonna go with no.
No. Its full power would surely destroy where you stand. It would be best to give it to us. Give Magpie the 3 shards?
No.
For your own safety, we command you to surrender the shards. Give Magpie the 3 shards?
No.
We will smite you if need be. You imperil the world if you continue this obstinance. Must we take them by force?
Yeah.
You think to call our bluff. Very well. You have passed the final test. Magpie's features waver in front of you. Pelagon laughs heartily. You aren't the fools that those House Kumano were, but still you've been played the fool. But not by me, but by our enemies, the Seldane. They are the cause of Alaric's madness. That creature that calls himself Magpie especially. The Seldane want Alaric dead, for he usurps their powers as his own. Land King Hall was once a place of power for the Seldane, until we drove them from it and others. Now they would regain their power to wage war with us, and you humans would be caught between the 2 sides. We would avoid that if possible, and to that end we shall give you what you seek, the 4th shard of the Crolna. With this you may cure Alaric and return the balance, but beware the Seldane, especially Magpie. They may yet attempt to stop you, but so long as you retain control of the Crolna, they cannot harm you. Pelagon hands you the 4th shard, and then fades away like mist before the wind.
Yeah, that's not suspicious at all.
Oh no, not at all.
And here we have the Comana brothers, who are not dead, like Pelagon said they were. But sometimes I come down here and there's just blotches of blood on the floor here. And the Comana brothers are nowhere to be found.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what affects, how the game decides whether they're still alive or not. But I do want to read what happens if I had given Pelagon the Crolna shards.
Yeah.
So if I gave them to him, he would transform back into Pelagon, and he'd just insult you and say that he overestimated you, the fools in the mirror, not before you. And then the game ends, and you get this narration.
Your will is not left in your body, and images of the future, of the results of your failure, come flooding in. You do not know how you are seeing what you see, as if the being that was Pelagon has hold of your mind to torture you with the results of your failure. You see Alaric, with trusty Magpie at his side, sitting in the throne room of Land King Hall. Pelagon strides forward, a hideous creature you know as Omen by his side, a green glow coming from his hand. Alaric rises, as if to stop him, when a bolt of energy lances out. At the last moment, Magpie dives in front of Alaric, his body reduced to ash. But even that last heroic effort does not save Alaric, for a second bolt flies from Pelagon's hand, consuming Alaric. Pelagon climbs Alaric's throne, pausing to brush away the ash that remains. "We have done well, master," says Omen, whose shape wavers, becoming that of Magpie. Pelagon smiles, his shape wavers, becoming that of Alaric, but with an evil green gleam in his eyes. Sabinate looks up from his meditation, alarm in his eyes. Just as suddenly, his face dims, and tears begin streaming down his face. A small child plays with a toy on a dusty street. She drops the toy and beginning crying. Her mother picks her up, but is unable to stop the tears, unable to soothe the pain. For what is wrong with the child is something that will not go away, something that will only get worse as the years go by. You gave the only hope to the enemy, who killed you.
So that's a nice ending, right?
Lovely. Like butter.
Yeah.
If you go up and come back down, are those guys dead?
No, they are not.
Okay. Can you talk to them?
Yes, I could.
Okay.
Should
Cool.
I?
I doubt they have anything new to say.
So, for some reason, like on some computers, that narration that we just read doesn't show up. It's just a black screen, and you have to click through it as though the narration is popping up, a few sentences at a time, which I didn't know when I was playing this when I was little. It was just black, and it wasn't responding to anything, and I did not know how to quit the game or even force quit the game. Nothing was working. But yeah, there's supposed to be a narration there. It just doesn't always show up. I guess we'll put all Crolna together, right?
Yeah. Shiny. Omen appears in a vision again. "You have done well, and we are proud of your accomplishments. Now is the time for you to complete your destiny. You know what you need to do. Do not fail us." Omen fades away.
Okay. So, should I go on? Should I just keep going?
I guess.
I really can't think of, anything to do except in the game.
Get the mushroom.
That's what I'm doing.
Get the mushroom, go up and read what would happen if you didn't take it to Charax first, and then go get Charax to fix it. "You bear the essence of corruption, beware! As you have helped us, so we help you. Much there is to know about the troubles of Alaric.
Troubles.
The bond of the land is the bond of the Seldane. As the land is immortal, so is the Seldane. The blood of mortals flows in the veins of Alaric. Mortal blood is too thin for the bond of the land. As fast-moving water will wash away the land, the bond of the land will do the same. Alaric cannot resist. Alaric can only be washed away. As one straightens the stream to allow the water to flow, so it must be with Alaric. But only the full power of the Crolna can accomplish this. Only with the full power can Alaric maintain the land bond and not be swept away. One last point, remember you well. Walk again, the dead do not."
Yeah, Licks, Undead, Crolna.
Power is the Crolna. Corruption turned it to our downfall. The full power of the Crolna shall solve your problems or cause your downfall. Dangerous is power, so it is in the Crolna.
Essence.
The essence of corruption taints the Crolna. Do not use it, lest you risk destroying all you fought for. The Crolna must be purified. This we cannot do. It must be done by a human, not bound to the land. To remove the power of the sea, we can only help some, perhaps. Take you these, spores of the earth. If you can disrupt the taint, they will neutralize it. Sabinate gives you an oddly shaped mushroom.
There's a mushroom. Earthert mushroom.
Earthart.
It's one of those items you can't move. It's just stuck in your inventory until you use it.
Our enemy is corruption, like us, but not us, as the sea is to the land. To them you are but tools. For us this matters little. For you much.
This is the same as what we already
Trust
read.
not your senses, for they change form as easily as you change raiment. Beware the dead that walk. By this ye shall know them and their allies.
Okay.
May the wind of truth be on your side.
Alright, let's take a portal.
Would it be possible to just use the earth heart mushroom and not the kelp on the Crolna?
No.
Okay.
I don't think Charax will even ask for or accept it until you give him the kelp.
I think that's a plot hole. You see a nervous, unkempt young man. Have you figured out the earth polarity reagent yet? I've made some progress, but more of a matter of eliminating possibilities. I was given this mushroom by the leader of the Seldane, and I thought they might be what you were looking for. You hand Charax the spores given you by Sabinate. Charax loads up the distiller with mushrooms and kelp. Charax has a very puzzled look on his face. Something is wrong. It isn't distilling anything. It seems to have captured the essence, but perhaps I'm not strong enough. I don't know. It is definitely fully charged, but it almost seems stuck or blocked. It is as if it isn't supposed to make a potion at all, more a neutralizing system. I'm betting that if one were to use it on something, it could remove sea polarity essence and neutralize it with the earth polarity. Unfortunately, that won't help the wine. You can't move a distiller without spilling it. I must study what happened with the distiller. Please give me some time alone.
I think that's all he'll say for the rest of the game. So you want to go lose the game?
We could cure it and then see what happens if we... I don't know.
I think it'd be more interesting to read the bad ending first. So what time is it? 1 o'clock. Crolna on Alaric.
Before you stands an older, dignified gentleman with a look of satisfaction. You've done it! It is remarkable, amazing. I feel I lack words for it. It is as if a fog has lifted, as if I have gained sight. Every blade of grass I sense. The land has suffered, but you have helped to cure it, and with it, me. I shall keep this artifact safe. Its powers have retuned my senses. I don't know how to repay you for the service you've done, not only for myself, but the land as well. I shall return you to your own land, as I promised. Thank you again. Alaric waves his hands before you, and your vision grows dark. Just before your vision fades completely, the face of Alaric wavers. Yes, thank you, foolish mortal. Without you, we never would have gained control of he who was once Alaric. With the powers of the Crolna, Land King Hall, and all humanity behind us, we shall make short work of the Seldane. And then we can rid ourselves of the humans as well. Our victory has been sealed. What you have done is uncertain, but you know now that the being that was Pelagon has won, and with your help has defeated Alaric. You feel your will leave your body, and held by the being that was Pelagon, forced to see the consequences of your actions. Sabinate looks up from his meditation, alarm in his eyes. Just as suddenly, his face dims, and tears begin streaming down his face. A small child plays with a toy on a dusty street. She drops the toy and begins crying. Her mother picks her up, but is unable to stop the tears, unable to soothe the pain. For what is wrong with the child is something that will not go away, something that will only get worse as the years go by. You have damned Cythera to darkness.
So, when Pelagon gave us that Crolna shard and disappeared, he went into the Crolna shard. So when we use it on Alaric, he takes over. But that's why we figured out this distiller system. If we distill the Crolna...
An anxious vision of Omen suddenly appear. No, you've ruined it all! My master! You've destroyed my master! Filthy human, think you're so clever, spoil our plans and destroy my master. How you were able to detect the essence of my master hidden in the Crolna, I don't know. But know you this, you've seen through the shadows of my master's plans, for we have underestimated you. We won't make that mistake again. You've not seen the last of us. Our battle with the forces of the earth continue, and we will be victorious. The seeds of the destruction of that abomination Alaric have been sown, and with his destruction, so must earth fall. Our agents are everywhere, appearing as you do, and there is no way for you to know who is true and who is false. This day's battle might go to you, but we are the sea, and time is ours to command. We will endure, we will sow chaos and dissent among your people, and we will destroy you all. Omen disappears, but somehow you doubt this is the last of him.
Okay. So that's some ominous foreshadowing for the sequel that was never made. You know, it's gonna be pretty ugly in the ending sequel.
Before you stands an older, dignified gentleman with a look of relief and calm. You've done it. It is remarkable, amazing. I feel I lack words for it. It is as if a fog has lifted, as if I have gained sight. Every blade of grass I sense. The land has suffered, but you have helped to cure it, and with it, me. I shall keep this artifact safe. Its powers have retuned my senses. I don't know how to repay you for the service you've done, not only for myself, but the land as well. I shall return you to your own land, as I promised. Thank you again. Alaric waves his hands before you, and your vision grows dark. Just before it fades completely, the vision of Magpie appears before you. Bahurin thanks you for curing Alaric. Were Alaric's mother, Chrysothemis, alive today, she would thank you. Alas, she is not. Still, her husband, the father of Alaric, Bahurin, thanks you for saving his son.
Finally figure out Alaric's identity.
You awake with a start back in your bed. It's morning. Was all that just a dream, or something more? You get up and look in the mirror, your face reflecting something in you that makes you think it was more than a dream. You look out the window, the rain from last night gone. In a nearby tree, a magpie caws twice, as if trying to tell you something, and then flies away. You have saved the land of Cythera from darkness.
Do do do.
Bumpity bump 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 bum.
That's the kind of anticlimactic ending of the game.
That's Cythera. We have played it.
Yeah.
You have joined in with us playing it by watching this video.
Yeah, if you've watched the whole series, that's really amazing. Good job.
Now we have to figure out what we're going to do next.
Yeah. I mean, if I think of anything else that's interesting to do in Cythera, maybe we'll do like a bonus episode or something.
Bonus!
But we'll probably have to think of some other series to make.
Yeah.
I'm getting
like
better
Pop
at
Pop.
recording videos. I mean, I figured out that that do not disturb thing. That's... Wait, Pop Pop?
That's what I said.
Okay.
I didn't say it was a good idea. I just said it was an idea. Doesn't really have much of a storyline. And storylines are great. I like stories.
Yeah, I'm good at reading them. Terry suggested Frazzle's Wand, but I don't know how to install that on Sheep Shaver. I've heard that's really hard.
Yeah. For rumors.
Yeah, I mean, people have done it, but I know it's really hard because you need a CD-ROM.
Uh-huh.
I mean, there's no way to get the CD-ROM on Sheep Shaver, so I have no idea.
Really?
Well,
Seems like there should be.
maybe there is. I don't know. But somehow, Bezel's Wand is especially difficult. Anyway, I should probably end this video. Now, if you have ideas for what we should do next, you
Feel
could.
free to post them in
Post
the
them.
comment section below.
Hey, it was our first, what do you call that? A call to action or something like that?
Yeah, call to
Our first
action.
Call to action. Bye-bye.
Cheerio!